And we are cutting across to breaking news coming in. The International Terror Financing Watchdog, that is the FATF, has decided to keep Pakistan on its grey list for the failure of curb funding of funds to terror groups, that is LET, JEM and others. Now you would remember that a September deadline was given to compile with its 27-point action plan. But now that Pakistan has failed to do so, FATF has decided to keep Pakistan on its grey list even in the future. Straight away cutting across to our executive editor Abhishek, who's with us on the phone line. And clearly, Abhishek, Pakistan has failed to take any concrete action against terror, and which is why FATF now will keep Pakistan on the grey list. More pressure that is building on Pakistan, and can we expect any action there?
Well, look at the irony, Suesha, that even to have not got blacklisted, Pakistan is actually celebrating. But the fact of the matter is that even grey list comes with its cost, and almost to the tune of about $10 billion per annum. What being in grey list means is that Pakistan cannot access certain loans, is going to remain in the red so far as credit risk-taking agencies like Moody's and S&P and Fitch are concerned, and it's going to remain downgraded. It's going to adversely affect its credit worthiness. So Pakistan is going to continue to pay the price for supporting and harboring terror. What is interesting is, Suesha, that the United States, the United Kingdom and France, including as also Germany, actually took lead in making sure that Pakistan does not get out of the grey list, at least given the fact that it has its very strong backers in the form of China and Turkey. Also of some concern to India is, Suesha, that from next month China takes over as head of the FATF, so that would be one interesting development to watch out for. Also that Saudi Arabia has become a full member. But what is important is for the next 6 months, Pakistan would remain under close scrutiny for delivering on agreed parameters. In the last month review, it was found that Pakistan did not perform on 18 of the 27 parameters, so it's not going to be an easy road ahead for Pakistan, and the sword of getting blacklisted still continues to hang on Pakistan.
Absolutely, Abhishek, and at a time when Pakistan's financial standing itself is so weak, they need to understand that the entire world is watching them, that they take some concrete action against terror. And also, Abhishek, we want you to explain to us that we understand several developments can take place in the future, but if Pakistan does not take any action, how grave can the consequences be?
Well, if Pakistan does not meet its commitments by October, Suesha, it's in all likelihood it's going to get blacklisted. Of course, India did make an attempt that it gets blacklisted in this plenary also in the United States, but possibly in October. And if it gets blacklisted, then obviously it's just not about certain constraints that are put on financial interactions of Pakistan with the rest of the world, but also sanctions. So as of now, for example, only the credit worthiness of Pakistan gets affected, or certain restraints are put on transactions of money in and out of Pakistan based on where the money is being channelized into. But if the sanctions come into place for the blacklisting, if it happens in October, then obviously it's going to cost Pakistan dear. If you can just compare that, if grey listing itself costs about $10 billion per annum, you can expect blacklisting will come at much steeper costs.
And Abhishek, some very strong statements that have been made by FATF against Pakistan. If you could just take us through them.
Well, what has been observed is that Pakistan is not able to meet its commitments despite all sorts of noises emanating from Islamabad. For example, we see that while the organizations which were directly named as spreading terror like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, certain constraints have been put on them. For example, we saw how during the Eid festivities, Hafiz Saeed was not allowed to make an address from stadium in Lahore. But closer scrutiny reveals, Suesha, that in terms of letting these organizations thrive by proxy Pakistan has really failed. In fact, as we were reporting, of the 27 parameters that were agreed on, Pakistan has failed to meet its commitments on as many as 18 of them. So that close scrutiny of Pakistan continues. So continues to hang over Pakistan's fate so far as blacklisting is concerned. And it's a steep ask with FATF asking that in the next 4 or 5 months, when the next plenary of FATF meets in September, Pakistan should be able to meet all its commitments.
Abhishek, we'll continue to track the story very closely. For the moment, thank you for joining us.